gonna be wild, man.
Tonight
with
me,
Lewis.
Thanks very much, Roz. You'll be back. You'll be back. Yep. Next week we'll be having somebody else doing Roz's segment. So if you want to give us a call.
I've got too much going on in my head. I'm trying to remember the names of the band.
What are they? Get it out. Spit it out
that
now.
We're having on tonight. So I'll just say it so we don't have to worry about it. We are going to have on tonight Voodoo Monkeys and
Jules Jones
is our comedian
JJ
for tonight, and they are sensational. So that's something to look forward to. Otherwise, how are you going, Lewis?
I'm doing very badly, actually.
Are you? Why? What's the matter?
Just snowed under with lots of work, but I know nobody out there can relate to that. So.
Studying?
Yep, study.
Bit hard on the brain.
It is a bit hard, especially on this thing.
Yeah, it's a bit. Can you hear that?
Yeah, okay, it's one thing when I knock my head, it's another thing when you knock it, alright?
That's not a lot.
What about yourself, Roz? What's happening in your fascinating life?
I'm trying to find a home, and it's really hard.
If you want to give Roz a home, give us a call on 9698-2968.
Yeah, whatever the number is. Yeah, I do need a home, actually. Actually, no kidding. If you've got a really plush place in the Manly area, give me a call. Actually, don't give me a call. Give CTV1 a call.
Oh my God! Is there anything else you want to forget? God, get it together. Pull your stuff together here. We're doing the show. We're doing it live. WCYR as seen on Channel 31.
Live in Redfern at 55 Walker Street. Come in, join the audience. If you want to come join the audience next week, you're more than welcome.
Get your 2 cents in there.
Yeah.
That's absolutely
right. And if you've got a PC, we need one. So bring along your PC. We want a new one.
That's computer for those of you who don't know what a PC is.
Okay,
and I wouldn't mind a car, Valiant, preferably from the Manly area also. I'm not fussy, just, I like my cars with a bit of sea salt on them,
Yeah. What about a 3-piece suite for my new place that I'm going to get as well? Not a bad idea. No.
Well, while you're at it, I wouldn't mind a digital camera. Yeah.
What else?
So is that that's on your wish list for
What
Christmas?
What is on your Christmas list? Yeah, it's Christmas list writing time, isn't it?
Absolutely.
What's on the top of your list?
2 front teeth.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. That's not on my list.
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. That's all.
Oh, good. You don't ask for much, do
No,
you?
I don't. I'm not fussy. Not like you who wants a house in bloody Manly. You were not just happy. I mean, there's somebody out there with a mansion going, no, sorry, it's not in Manly. End of story.
Well, I have to say I am being really fussy, but you've got to be fussy because it's where you live, and you don't want anybody else's smelly, yucky carpets. There's so many places you go in and they're asking so much money, and it's got some stained, festering carpet with yucky toilet and. So that's why I haven't found a house in a month.
It's called South Sydney, girl.
Yeah. I better wake up.
South Sydney. That's who we're doing the show for, but that's all right. You go home to Manly, that's fine.
I'm going to get beaten up on my
way I'm from Waterloo. Everybody out there from Waterloo, South Sydney area, don't worry about it. I'm keeping it real.
Good for you, Lewis. I think it's time to move to the real comedian.
You reckon it's time to move to Jules?
Jules.
Well, do you reckon the audience can give it up with a big round of applause for Jules?
Woo!
Good evening. It's great to be back here at CTV1. It's very exciting to be back here. I must admit, I was getting ready to come here tonight and I thought, wow, back on CTV1. I feel elated, empowered, in control. I am a rider at the gates of dawn and I take no prisoners. And then I thought, but does my bum look big in this? And, I'm sorry, guys, it is a bit of a girl thing, I'm sure it'll actually say that on my tombstone. Does my bum look big in this? But I suppose it's sort of that time of year, isn't it, really? You sort of peeling off the layers after you've been hibernating for the last 6 months and you realise that you've had a visit from the Doona fairies. And what the Doona fairies have done is they've actually sewn someone else's Doona underneath your skin. And you've got about 6 weeks to get that off and look trim, taut and terrific and be on Bondi Beach. But so if any of you out there tonight are looking for your pound of flesh, I'm probably sitting in it. But it is good to be here. Thanks, guys. It is good to be here because if I wasn't here, I'd probably be at home watching the television. And sad but true, the one thing that's really giving me the shits at the moment is the lifestyle programs. They're everywhere, aren't they? We've had shows telling us where to go on holiday. We've had shows telling us how to invest our money, how to decorate our home, how to decorate someone else's home. That's a really good one. I mean, you know, come on, we've even had Totty telling us how to have sex, haven't we? I mean, I don't know about you, but I think there's got to be some pretty lifestyle deficient people out there. But I actually think it's a little bit of a conspiracy, you know. What it is passive conformity of the masses through the mass consumption of polished wooden floorboards, IKEA furniture and extra virgin olive oil. And, I mean, you know, no, let's just take a moment here. What is extra virgin olive oil? I mean, in my day, you either were or you weren't. There really was no extra about it. And, you know, someone actually told me once that it was what they do with all the really ugly olives. And, you know, does this mean that there's a spot on our supermarket shelves for get down like a hot, funky sex machine olive oil? I mean, I don't know about you, but I could think of a few uses for that one. And, you know, just while we're on the subject of supermarket shelves, there's a lot of things out there that are actually masquerading as something that they really shouldn't be. You only have to walk past the dairy cabinet, for instance. And I mean, there's a number of things under there that are pretending to be butter. I don't know if you've actually seen that product called I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. There, in my home brand supermarket, we actually have a product that's called I can't believe it's not butter. And I can't believe that I can't believe it's not butter is not I can't believe it's not butter. But then I never could believe that I can't believe it's not butter was not butter in the first place. But more to the point, I can't believe that I bought the damn stuff. But anyway, back to the lifestyle programs. I mean, have you noticed it's actually what they do with all the old 1970s television people, isn't it? You know, I mean, I don't know if any of you out there remember Auntie Jack. Auntie Jack is now an architect and he's on one of those home shows, you know, so if you don't actually repaint your living room, he'll come round and rip your bloody arms off. I mean, and you've got John Jarrett and Shirley Strawn, both of whom are battling for control of your garden shed, which they're trying to turn into an IKEA production line. I mean, first of all, you've got Shirl, haven't you? And it's, today we're going to make a simple garden bench. First of all, you take a length of wood and you cut out the pattern with a circular saw, you cut in half with a jigsaw, you're playing around the edges with the router, you go across the top with the electric sander, you nail it together with the electric nail gun, you glue it together with the electric glue gun, run the electric belt sander over it again, give it a couple of coats of varnish and Bob's your auntie's living lover. I mean, that is about $5,000 worth of power tools that Shirl's just used there. I mean, you can actually buy the whole ground floor of IKEA for $5,000. Why would you bother? I mean, these guys just have far too much time on their hands, don't they? But the one that really takes the biscuit is Tonya Todman. We've all had a bit of a Tonya experience, boys and girls, haven't we? Yes, good old Tonya. Now, Tonya would build you a complete extension from some empty tissue boxes, some old doilies and a glue gun, and then she'd decoupage the lot, wouldn't she? Doesn't that look fantastic? No, Tonya, it looks like crap. I've actually seen Tonya make a complete festive table setting from the backs of some old cereal boxes, some empty cat food tins and some brightly coloured Christmas wrap. I'll tell you, the woman's actually inhaled far too many solvents. I mean, you know, I just can't believe these shows. And the things that are out there as well at the moment that we have an absolute plethora of are the cooking shows. They're everywhere, aren't they? And the one that really takes the biscuit for me is the Two Fat Ladies. Have you seen the Two Fat Ladies, everyone? One of them died actually quite recently, which is very sad. Yeah. It's actually Prince Charles' favourite program as well. Another reason to tick that yes box when the referendum comes along. And yeah, The Two Fat Ladies is a very bizarre program. It's sort of like half an hour of lard and innuendo, you know. It's sort of a cross between Benny Hill meets Mrs. Beaton. And you've got these two very large ladies who cook very, very unhealthy food. And you've got one of them who looks like, she's very big and she sounds like Wendy Harmer on helium. And she's got long red fingernails that she just loves to run through the rissoles. And she's got this sort of, and I tuned in the other week, and I swear she was actually saying,
this evening I'm actually going to make coq au vin, and for that you actually need an old bird, because nothing has a flavour like an old cock.
And then you have her friend, the alcoholic with the floor mop on her head, and she sort of has got this sort of terribly Sergeant Major voice, and she sort of says, I'm going to make a fruit salad. And for that you'll need half a pound of sugar, half a pound of lard, a pint of extra virgin olive oil, half a pound of I can't believe it's not butter, and an orange. But the shows that really, I used to treasure these shows, I really used to cherish them, were the wildlife shows. I mean, they don't make them like they used to. Back, you know, when David Attenborough was in his prime and he'd be out there, here on the plains of the Serengeti, thousands of wildebeests are preparing to migrate in order to mate. I mean, now where's Totty when you need it, for goodness sake? But they don't make them like that these days, do they? Every animal documentary these days is either made at the zoo, at the vet, or at the RSPCA. It's true, and it's the budget cuts. You can just see some producer down at Channel 9 saying, sorry guys, we had all the budget cut. Take a cameraman, take a soundman, get down to the RSPCA, make a little documentary, and here's $2 for the slot in the Labrador's head. But I personally think that these days far too much wildlife is actually ending up on our plates. I don't know about you, but I'd like to see it out there, bounding around in the shrubbery, not layered between phyllo pastry and a bechamel sauce. I actually went into a restaurant the other day, and I have another theory on this. It's another conspiracy. You know, it's actually what they do with roadkill. Out there, legions of truck drivers are driving round with a spiked bull bar, making a fortune selling their roadkill to restaurants all over Sydney. And I went into this restaurant and I sat down. It was a typical Sydney restaurant, you know, like polished wooden floorboards, metal furniture, an extremely camp waiter, who incidentally wasn't a waiter. He was, of course, an actor. I mean, they're all actors, aren't they? I mean, God knows what happens when Fox Studio opens. They'll all be gone. We'll have to serve ourselves. Sydney will become a giant buffet. But anyway, he minced over to me and he gave me the menu and he said, menu. And at the top of the menu, it actually said, Skippy salad. I kid you not. And I said to him, what's this? And he said, well, it's a profusion of rocket, sprinkled with sun-dried tomatoes, a soup son of pine nuts, drizzled with extra virgin olive oil and some balsamic vinegar, and layered with a roux prosciutto. I said, Skippy salad? But the thing that's happening is, I don't know if you've noticed this, if you go into a restaurant these days, all the food has been wankied up, hasn't it? You just can't get plain food anywhere, you know? I mean, I don't know about you, but I really think we need some food with credibility. It's just un-Australian. I mean, whatever happened to the crumbed cutlet? Remember the crumbed cutlet, guys? I mean, whatever happened to mashed potato? And whatever happened to gravy, you know? And who the hell invented juice? Have you noticed whenever you go into a restaurant these days, you get served with juice? I mean, what the bloody hell is juice? Whose juice is it anyway? I mean, when you were a kid, did your mum say, oh, love, do you want some juice on your carrots? And I mean, boys, when you go to the football and they say, g'day, mate, you know, do you want a pie? Yeah, I'll have 2 pies, please. Oh, do you want sauce with that or do you want gravy? No, I think I'll have some juice, please. I don't think so. So just to make my point with this waiter, I actually said to him, look, you know, I don't want any of this crap. Just bring me a beer and a packet of chips. As long as they don't have any wildlife in them, I don't care what flavour they are. And just to rest my case here, I'll show you what he brought me. Rock salt and balsamic vinegar chips. I rest my case. Thank you very much.
Jules Jones, excellent, well done. I hope you all remember me from last week. I'm Natalie Smith. I'm taking over from Heather Edwards for a few weeks, and I've got the Voodoo Monkeys coming up soon. I'm going to do a bit of an interview with the Voodoo Monkeys. They're sitting over there. Yell out, guys. Yeah. So they're all excited about being on TV, and we're going to play a video of theirs as well that they've brought in for us to check out. So looking forward to that one. Going to do a bit of a gig guide first, see what's coming up over the weekend. We've got Andy 500 playing at the Golden Sheaf Hotel tomorrow night at Double Bay. I checked this one out as well. I don't know, I might go to this one. The Austin Powers show down at the Edelong Beach Memorial Club. Might make the trip down there for that one. Also, Mental as Anything, good old Mental as Anything. They're playing at the DYRSL. You guys, the Voodoo Monkeys, can go to that. They're from Manly Way. And also, Dave Graney is playing at the Cat and Fiddle Hotel, the one and only Dave Graney. We had Nick Hanlon and the Goddesses on the show last week, and they're actually doing a gig tomorrow night at the Bat and Ball Hotel out at Surrey Hills. They were excellent last week, so I think you should go and check them out tomorrow night. So that's the Bat and Ball Hotel at Surrey Hills. We've also got Sloan out from Canada. They're playing with Blue Bottle Kiss and Pretty Violent Stain, Goldman's. And Spurs for Jesus are playing tomorrow afternoon, sort of a mid-afternoon from about 3 till 6, and that's at the Lansdowne Hotel. And then late, if you stay at the Lansdowne Hotel for a bit longer, you can go to Sounds of Seduction with your Master of Ceremonies, Jay Katz. And Sounds of Seduction is always a wonderful, wonderful evening. One thing I'd also like to mention, we talked about it last week, is the Houchin Spring Fair that's coming up on Saturday the 6th of November. Almost forgot the date then. So, 6th of November, and there are heaps of bands playing. The Exotics, the Thurston Howlers, the Stepfords, Spurs for Jesus, Paul Kelly, Chris Wilson. There's just loads and loads and loads, and I could go on forever about the Houchin. You can get your tickets from Ticketek, and they are $35. And we're also going to be talking a little bit later about another gig that's coming up soon. That's the Triple R Rumble. That'll be on the 27th of November. We're going to be talking to Kevin Sherry later on in the program. Just a quick chat about the Triple R Rumble. It's to support 2 Triple R. So that's another gig. There's going to be 10 bands playing. It's $5 for that gig. So 10 excellent Sydney bands. I think I've pretty well covered most of the gigs that are coming up over the weekend. And it's just, I think, now time for the In Stitches interview. So, over to In Stitches.
Woo-hoo!
Hello. Before we start our interview, Jules and I have to say hello to Jez in Cronulla because we promised to do so. So, big hello to Jez. Good luck with your bike race. We know you're going to win. Now, Jules, when did you first get a feel for comedy, or when do you think you noticed that you had a bit of a talent?
A feel for comedy? Oh, probably I think in the cradle, Sil.
Oh,
in the cradle, yes.
Early.
Actually, it's a family thing, you know. I think it's actually a defective family gene. It really is, yes. Now, my father was always a bit of a wit, and he's watching tonight. Hi, Dad. Hope you're feeling better. He's had the flu. Yeah, so I was always one of those kids that was a bit of a buffoon at school, and I mean, one story particularly springs to mind. I remember I used to do a lot of impersonations, a lot of voices, and I was doing impersonations in the schoolyard and had a whole crowd of people gathered around me, and the headmaster,
which impersonation?
the Heinz Beans advert that was on at the time, and this is back in the UK, and I used to do all the politicians like it was Ted Heath and Cliff Richard and people like that. So I'm showing how old I am now. And I remember all the teachers coming running out to break up the fight, and it was actually me, you know, performing in the middle of the school playground. But that was where it started. But professionally doing comedy for about the last 4 years, and started doing it really just to make some extra money.
So what was the first thing that you did once you grew up and did the comedy?
Well, a girlfriend of mine and I, she's a professionally trained actress, unlike myself. We were looking to make some extra money and we started doing Patsy and Eddie. We started impersonating Patsy and Eddie from Absolutely Fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
And we actually do that. We still do that now. We've been doing that for 4 years for corporate Australia. And I just happen to have secreted about my person a little photo. I don't know if you can actually see that, if it's a bit too glossy.
Can we pick that up on a camera?
Can you pick that up on a camera? That's us in full flight there as Patsy and Eddie. And we do that for a number of corporates around Sydney.
Now, I think we should ask the viewers to call in and say which one they think is you. And we'll just see.
Yeah, I think it'd actually be really hard to work that out, wouldn't it? Which one's me? Yeah, but we've had some fabulous fun doing that. I mean, it's bloody hard work, but we've worked for we entertained the So-Called Guys this year. We've worked for most of the major Australian corporations, and Karen, if she's watching, hi Karen, who plays Eddie. It really is quite funny. It's a case of, is it life imitating art or art imitating life? She really has the Eddie gene, if there is such a thing.
XY chromosomes. So when you say corporate comedy, what exactly does that entail? Because that's different from stand-up, isn't it?
With comedy, there's a number of different types of comedy. Corporate comedy, I think people who work in the corporate arena obviously need to relax, and laughter is the best way to relax. So if you've got a corporation that's had a conference or has an awards night or is having a Christmas party for their staff or clients or something, they tend to have a lot of speakers that come along who are usually people who are some kind of celebrity status or sporting status. But they also use a lot of corporate entertainers, and it's a completely different circuit. Generally, you don't get people that overlap between the two. There's a few that do. Vince Sorrenti is probably one of the top corporate entertainers at the moment, who also does stand-up and television and so on. But obviously with corporate, because you're there representing the company, you have to be really careful how you represent them. So your material, you can't say the F word, and you've got to be totally clean. Take quite a detailed brief from them, and usually try and script some material that involves them. So what we basically do, obviously with two outrageous characters that we're taking off, we have to be very, very careful.
I was going to say, it must be pretty hard to do Patsy and not get onto the no-no subject.
Yeah. So we tend to take the essence of the characters and then tailor it to suit whatever the company wants. But,
have you ever had any bizarre or hilarious incident?
How long have we got? We could do a whole show on this. Yeah, look, we've had so many funny things happen. I mean, one that particularly springs to mind is I remember doing a harbour cruise, and we used to do a lot of harbour cruises, and we've actually this year said no more harbour cruises because you can't get off the harbour cruise very easily unless you get off on a water taxi. And if you imagine getting off, a big cruiser onto a water taxi dressed as Patsy and Eddie, it's quite an ordeal. And I remember one night, a few Christmases ago, getting off from this great big motor cruiser in the middle of the harbour, and it was quite windy, and we managed to get off onto the taxi, and of course all the 200 people that were on the cruise came out to wave us off, and we got on the water taxi, and Karen turned round as Eddie, and she's there in like leopard skin platforms that are this high, and this amazing designer frock, a Lacroix, darling, it's terribly Lacroix, it's all fabulous. And she turned around to wave, and as she turned around to wave, the taxi took off, and she was sort of like going overboard, and I grabbed her by the back of the skirt and yanked her on, and they were all like, oh! On Monday, when our agent that booked us for that particular gig rang me, she said the thing that they thought was the best was that the piece you staged at the end where Karen Nelly went, and I said, oh, thank you so much. A lot of great timing went into that, and thinking, oh crikey.
So no wonder you don't want to do cruises, because she'll probably say to you next time, can you do that bit at the end
again?
The end
where she nearly goes overboard. Yeah. So we've had like a lot of very, very funny things, and you get a lot of slightly inebriated guys. The thing is to get out before they get too
And how do they take
drunk.
Patsy? Because I remember you saying once before that they sort of really hook into this Patsy character, but they take it on quite fully.
Yeah, people do. You get a lot of different reactions to Patsy. Generally, people really love Patsy. And a lot of people really want to be Patsy, which really amazes me. You know, and they say, I want to be just like you. I think you're wonderful. And, you know, basically you're looking at an alcoholic, drug-addicted slut. And it's sort of, you know,
sounding pretty good.
Fair enough. You know, it's really something to aspire to, isn't it, Silvana?
Thinking about it.
But generally people really love it. And we do a lot of interactive stuff with them. And they really enjoy that because it makes them part of the comedy. So they really feel like they've had a comic experience. You know, you sort of really involved. Them. Yeah.
So where do you see yourself taking it from here? Are you going to be doing any other new characters or?
Yes, I'm actually working with a couple of other very talented people as well. We also have a complete dinner show with Patsy and Eddie with a girl called Bridget O'Sullivan who does Bubble and Safi, and she's fantastic. So we work with her a lot, and we're also working on a number of other characters. Again, for corporate entertainment as part of Absolutely Essential Comedy, which is what we do. So we've got a couple of characters called the Coffee Police, who, as you know, in Sydney, it's just so essential that you drink the right kind of coffee. We've got another character called Cosmic Bambi, who's, you know, a totally awesome cosmic guru. Cosmic Bambi's actually been on CTV1, so you might have encountered her before.
And the tarot.
Yeah, she's got degrees in sociology, psychology, numerology, and tarot. So she's just a totally awesome person.
Fantastic.
And yeah, so doing that. Also, other projects been appearing in Funny Honey, which is a stand-up venue for women at the East Village. Yeah, East Village. I forgot the name of the hotel then. East Village Hotel in Darlinghurst. Plug that. That's Wednesday nights. And did a couple of stints in Comic of the Year, but didn't get through to the finals. Got a couple of runner-ups there. So, but
excellent.
yeah, and also main project at the moment is working on a film. So about female comedians.
Well, that sounds brilliant. I wish
enough
you the
to keep
best
me
of
off the
luck with
street
that.
still. Yes.
Sounds like you're a very busy woman. Well, thank you very much for coming in. And
Pleasure.
I'm sure we'll be seeing you here again.
Thank you.
And we're going to cross over now to What I Don't Know, but it is something with the one, the only Lewis.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Cameraman knocking the phone off the hook. Actually, it wasn't the cameraman, just the phone's ringing off the hook after that segment because Silvana was just so damn good. Phones are off, running hot. But you two can get involved and be like Silvana and have your own little segment. All you have to do is give us a call. It's not hard. Just pick up the phone and reach out. 9698-2968 is the number to call. And for $1 a day, you too can sponsor a TV presenter. No, you can be involved. You can be involved here, down here at CTV1, going out to Channel 31, doing who knows what, at all hours of Friday night, for the love and the joy of it, absolutely unrewarded. If that sounds good to you, give us a call, 9698-2968. It's the easiest way. Or you can email us on wcyr@hotmail.com. That address again, wcyr@hotmail.com. All you have to do, give us a contact. Just say you want to be involved. Let us know what you want to do. If you play the guitar, if you play the drums, you're in a band, you're a comedian, you're not a comedian, you think that you'd be somebody that we could all laugh at, come on down by all means and we'll laugh at you and we won't even charge you for it. So yeah, just get involved. Right now we've got an interview with the band. You saw them earlier on. Well, you would have seen them earlier on had they remembered their instruments, but what can you expect from band members, huh? Let's see what they got to say for themselves. The Spanking Monkeys. No, it's not the Spanking the Monkey. It's the Cosmic Monkeys. No, I don't know what it is. Let's find out what it is. And cross now to the interview in the cavern. Give it up!
Thank you very much. Love your work.
It's the Voodoo Monkeys, Lewis. Get it right.
Please, Lewis, come on.
These guys have played with Rose Tattoo. A little respect.
Oh,
Step back.
Gurus of rock.
We've got Justin and Mike from Voodoo Monkeys, and we've also
Hey, Dom.
got Matthew and Scott, but they're not here. They're there.
Hi.
Howdy, guys.
How are you guys?
Good. The further away, the better, please.
You like to be separated, do you?
Yeah, pretty
There's a bit
much.
of tension.
There's always a few riffs in the band. You
Is
know,
that the
respect
rhythm
that.
section?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That's
could say
why
that.
there's tension.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
there you
rhythm
go.
section of the band.
Yeah. You've been in a band before.
No, I haven't. I just know a lot about bands. Okay, we've got over the tension bit. So
Okay.
nothing you want to get off your chest about the tension?
No, I'd
between
rather
the
not
band?
do that on live television. That's
No?
cool. Thanks anyway. We'll keep that for
You'll-
behind the scenes.
After.
Yeah.
All right, so Voodoo Monkeys, tell us how long you guys been together?
Well, we've been together for about probably 18 months now, and been just playing gigs, working hard, and non-stop action, you know.
And what's your, how would you describe your music? What genre are you?
Well, that'd be a sort of hard thing to say. It's sort of, sort
Psycho rockabilly.
of psycho rockabilly, yeah, cross sort of grunge with a bit of surf guitar.
Pretty much
No.
just rock and roll.
Yeah, heavy rock.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Suppose you'll see for yourself.
I've seen you guys before.
Oh, there you go.
I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
Oh, you wouldn't want to say otherwise.
So what are your influences? Like Mark, I know you're from England, so you've got a lot of the English rockabilly as your...
Yeah, when I was a
Rockabilly's your background?
teenager, I used to listen to a lot of English psychobilly bands like the Meteors and the Cramps. Well, they're American, but that kind of genre of music. And basically, all the members of the band have different kind of influences. Like Justin's been grown up with Pearl Jam and Nirvana, something like that.
Yeah, a bit of a
Pretty true.
grunge background.
Yeah.
I was brought up on sort of rockabilly music as well, but sort of towards the latter years, sort of switched over to a bit of power and grunge, a bit of moshing, and
So you've moshed with the best of them?
you could say that. I've been crushed
You
with
moshed
the
with
best of
Angry?
them.
You can see by the scars.
No,
You didn't have a mosh with Angry?
no, I
when
didn't have
you
a
were
mosh.
at
We had a few drinks with Angry, but not a bit of mosh. No.
So how did you get that, well, speaking of Angry, how did you get that Rose Tattoo gig? I mean, your music seems a lot different from...
Well, yeah. It was,
I believe Pete Wells, their guitarist, he was the guy that originally got the Stray Cats to Australia, and so he's obviously into that kind of music a bit, but I'm not sure if that influenced it. But basically, we sent them a CD, and we got the gigs. So that can't ask for more than that.
And is he a nice guy?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Guaranteed, they're all nice blokes.
They're all good.
You went, that was like a full New South Wales, you went sort of all around the state?
pretty much New South Wales, sort of up towards the Central Coast, down to Wollongong, and then pretty much everywhere in between. So yeah, it was great.
And you've got
Great
another
experience.
tour coming up pretty soon?
Got another tour coming up. It's called the Nitro Billy Tour. We're playing with Gasoline, the Howler Moondoggies, and the Slingshots.
Yep.
They'll be doing 3 shows in Sydney, which is at Bar Broadway, Manly Fish shows, and Bondi Beach Road Hotel, something like that.
That's fine.
And then we're heading up to Brisbane, doing Lismore, Toowoomba, Brisbane, and Gold Coast.
Lismore's in New South Wales.
Well, there you go. Okay, we're on the borderline.
You're getting close.
We're learning geography at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're practicing, jamming heaps, busy?
Heaps. We wanted to have a practice tonight, but as you know, our gear was stashed away beyond our control. But
We do have a video to play soon, so
Great,
we'll still
yeah.
get to see what you are like
that's
live.
from the Rose Tattoo gig, actually. It's,
Excellent. Is
it's
Angry there
recorded
in the
from that.
background
Live at
anywhere?
the
Or?
Metro.
He is. You have to look really closely with it.
So you've got a CD out? Because
It's
I know,
coming out
because
for the
I've
tour.
got one.
Yeah,
Well,
you've got a limited
I've got-
release version, but it's being brought out on MGM. It was meant to be out for the first week of November. It's been delayed for a couple of weeks. Probably be mid-November. Be in the shops all around Sydney. Hellcat Holiday. Buy it, everyone.
6-track, $10 in the shops end of November nationally. So get out there and buy it because we need your money.
So the one that you've got now isn't available. It's
No, that was
sort of, or
just
that
a
was
limited
just
edition, which
That was-
hopefully be worth a bit of money.
But
in the
I
long
got
term.
one.
That's it. That's it.
Thank
You've got-
goodness.
Yeah.
I want to ask this question. I'm going to ask this question every week of all my bands, I think, that I bring in. What's your worst gig that you've ever had, and what's your favourite gig that you've ever
You'd have
had?
to, how about these guys?
Count the worst.
It'd have to be last week, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, looking at the video when we got home, when we videoed the gig at the fish shows down at Manly. We got home and it was really bad mixing, and something that we'd like to forget.
We were sabotaged.
Yeah, we were sabotaged. I mean, that was really bad. But anyway, we've had some really good gigs. We've had the Metro, I'd say, would probably be our best gig, backing up on Rose Tattoo. Yeah.
Or Halloween at the Bat and Ball last year. It
Yeah.
was a huge night.
Yeah, really good. They put on a good show there.
Excellent. So, who else have you played with apart from Rose Tattoo, or is there any better that you can get than Rose Tattoo?
Well, there's many better.
It's different. There's different.
Love to do a tour of the Living End, of course, but Sony, whenever you get a chance. But yeah, we've played with
played Fez
Celibate Rifles and Fez Perez from down at Melbourne, and
Guys
6 Foot Hick from up Brisbane.
Yeah.
And yeah, things have been happening. Things have
Avenger Chaos.
quite quickly over
Yeah.
the last year and a half or so. So,
So you're pretty popular.
We're looking up.
Have you got a following? Like you got groupies? That sort of stuff?
well, we need more money. That's why we buy the CDs, please.
So that you can hire the hire the groupies.
Of course, mate. Yeah, pay cash a crowd.
They're good-looking lads. Come on, girls. Look.
Yeah. Come on, girls. I am single now. It's only been a month and a half, but bring it on.
You're on the rebound.
No, I'm not.
You're still in the rebound period.
I've been there, done that. You can't do that. It's wrong.
Quite a few times, I remember.
So I know you're all hail sort of from Manly area. So are you sort of surfy bums as well, or you just?
Well,
We watched surfing.
Hey, I surf. Speak for yourselves. I surf only in summer months though, because winter my feet fall off. It's just too cold. But yeah, definitely out there all summer. Great fun.
Everyone likes the beach, I think, to some extent, but no more than anyone else.
Nothing like coming up from a duck dive with a blue bottle around your neck. You'd love it. Yeah, it's great value.
Excellent. Yeah. So I think we might play your video.
Great.
Do you want to tell us a bit about this song? Who wrote it?
Well, actually, we'll say Mick wrote it. We all combined musically, and it's live at the Metro with the Rose Tattoo Tour, and it's called Hellcat Holiday, and it'll be out at the end of November. A 6-track CD.
Excellent. So check the local music news, and you can find out all about the Voodoo Monkeys. Their gigs coming up. They're actually playing a gig. You're playing the Triple R Rumble on the 27th of November.
That's right, with Big
at the Green Square Hotel.
Yep.
So if anyone wants to come along to that gig, watch that. So other than that, I think we'll go to the video. Hellcat Holiday, Voodoo Monkeys.
Just waiting to drive. They say a white man makes the way so
too kind. You guys. Thank you very much. And it's me again, Lewis Williams, here on CTV1, WCYR. What I'm here to tell you is that CTV1, specifically WCYR, is now ready and prepared to take your money. And it's been a long time coming, and we fought it tooth and nail, but now we're more than happy to take a number. All you have to do is give us a tinkle on the old phone, 96982968. I believe the number's up at the moment. And that number again, well, I don't really need to say it again because you can see it unless you're blind, in which case I'll say it. 0296982968. So give us some money. We're open to sponsorship now. We're quite happy and prepared to sell out to multinational companies should they so desire. We are targeting obviously the youth market. So if you want to capitalise on that and contribute to us, even though you think we're doing quite well without the money, we're not. And we need cameras. We need what else do we need? We need some monitors, things like that. We're computer. We're relying upon Grafton Sound at the moment, and look, we're more than happy to plug, whatever company and put up any sort of promotion. And all you have to do is simply hand over cold hard cash to the WCYR team, headed up by myself, and it'll be distributed in the correct ways for the betterment of the whole station, and thus to you, the viewer, not just within South Sydney, but all those other people watching us at home tonight. And so give us some money and you can be plugging and reaching a whole lot of people in the South Sydney and other regions of New South Wales, Sydney. So give us a call, 96982968. I bet you they don't put that phone number up because they're not quick enough. Oh, too good, mate. See, we might be community TV, but it doesn't mean we're hopeless. So, see that? They even preempted me saying it. That's how quick they are. They're reading my mind. I was just about to say, put it up now. Oh, too slow. Okay, we're going to go to Roz. Now that I've finished mucking around with the phone number, but hey, that phone number could be a promo for your company. Twisties, Coca-Cola, you name it. Whatever, just come on in. If you're from the South Sydney area, you might as well, advertise with us. Why advertise with somebody else? Hey? So, okay, now, Roz, are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready for an applause?
Yes.
Yes!
Hello, welcome. I've got a special person on tonight, and this is a prime example of what happens to you if you try and get involved with CTV1. You come along for your first night just to try and see what it's like, and then you get put on the camera, and then you get Lynch for an interview. So, Tim Maddocks, thanks for joining me.
Hi Roz, pleasure to be here. Thanks to the band, good show. Thanks guys.
How are you enjoying it?
Oh, it's good fun.
Yeah. You're going to come back?
Definitely I'll be back.
You had to say that, didn't you?
No, there's lots of things to see and do.
Yeah. And I'm interviewing Tim for a reason. I'm obviously keeping in with my normal theme of employment. Tim's employment is quite interesting. You're currently writing a novel.
Yes, so I'm struggling through the first novel, which of course anyone who's tried it will know that you can't get an advance on your first novel. You try sending out a few chapters and people say, yes, we're interested, but we want to see the whole novel before we're going to commit funds.
Yeah, and how many different publishers have you approached?
I've approached one publisher in particular, but also through an agent. They've been scoping it around a few other publishers.
Is it law now that you have to actually have an agent to approach a publisher, or is it
still not required in New South Wales? But the thing that an agent does is it means that your manuscript has a much better chance of getting read.
Right.
If you don't have an agent, your unsolicited manuscript will probably just sit at the bottom of the pile, waiting, because thousands go into publishers every month, and they just can't read them all.
Yeah, a bit of a Betty Blue scenario. Don't know if you've seen the film. No. Oh, well, you ought to. Being a first-time writer. Anyway, getting back to you. How long have you actually been writing this first novel of yours?
The idea came to me while I was on holiday in Brazil in 1996 for the Carnival, and after 5 or 6 sleepless nights, I had this great idea for a novel, and I started writing it down, pen to paper.
Right. Did you write down notes, or did you start trying to write an actual novel or a plan? Or
I first wrote the storyline as it came to me, and then started writing out the story as best I could.
Yeah.
You know.
And have you thought for a long time that you want to write a book, you want to write a novel, and did a story just drop on you just like that? Was it your holiday and your experiences that?
Yeah, it was more that the story just dropped on me. I'd been writing my travel diaries because that was my 4th trip going around the world.
Yeah.
And a few people had commented that my travel diaries should get published, but that'd have to wait till my grandmothers are gone because there's a little disrespect.
Oh, is it? Well, we won't talk about that on telly. Maybe your diaries will be published when you're gone as well, and they'll be kept as a extremely valuable memorabilia by somebody when you're a famous and well-to-do writer. We hope.
Fingers crossed.
But now you say you've got a publisher you've approached who has some interest in your book.
Yes.
And you're only actually part of the way through it. So.
At the moment, I've just hit 70,000 words, which some people write a novel as short as 90,000, but I think mine's going to be more towards the 180 to 200,000 word mark.
How thick are we looking as a paperback here?
At the moment, that's 132 pages for 70,000 words, so we're looking at about 300, 350.
Yeah. It's quite a substantial novel. And can we have any kind of snippets of it, a little idea of what kind of style it is and what's the storyline?
It's contemporary fiction. It's set in Sydney and other parts of Australia. It's based largely on my own personal experiences, as a lot of first novels are.
Yeah.
My work that I do to keep me going is cab driving, and the novel actually begins and ends with a taxi ride. But,
Just steering quickly away from the book, because I will get back to it. Just tell us a little bit about how you managed to survive and put bread and butter in your mouth when you're writing a novel, because I presume that it's not easy.
Yeah, for years and years to keep me going while I was travelling, I always drove taxis because you could always just quit and start.
Have you done that just in Australia or all around the world?
Only in Sydney.
I'm picturing you in Thailand in a tuk-tuk.
That'd be fun, but you probably just don't earn enough. So I still drive a cab 2 nights a week, but I've been sick of that for years. So I'm trying to make moves into promotional work and all sorts of other things. But most of that isn't really regular work. I'm not interested in working 9 to 5 in an office. I think.
So that suits you quite well.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother you that you're not getting a solid income, or you?
No, I mean I can live week to week. I can take what little I make and stretch it as far as I need to.
I guess it's a choice you make if you decide that you're going to write a novel or something. You've got to make some sacrifices
and. What I do is that every couple of weeks, when 2 or 3 bills land at once, I go and do an extra shift or 2. And that sort of lifts the money when I need it, and quickly pay the bills. But I'm happy to scrape by and make sandwiches out of leftovers that are leftovers and leftovers. So it just
Yeah. And would you have any idea of how long this is going to take you? I mean, to finish your novel.
Well, at my
do you have a date? I mean, a date that you're going to arrive at, and
at my typing speed, I'd hope that I could get the novel finished by the end of the year, but. I'm having a bit of the old writer's block.
I was just going to say, are you very controlled? Do you get up in the morning? What's your routine?
That's what was intended, but I live at Bondi, right by the beach, and so I get up and lo and behold, it's a great day. So I go out for a swim, and then I run into a friend and we have breakfast, and then a couple of hours go by. So I'm not as disciplined as I should be, but I've just launched some money into some speech recognition software. Which helps me to
so you can speak it into your PC.
Speak it and it types.
Oh, that's great.
It takes a long time to train this stuff, and it's slower than I type at the moment. But, hopefully, I'll be able to get it up soon.
And so switching back to your story, because I'd really like to get an idea of how you go about putting your book together. I mean, what's the format? Do you write a sort of, you've got a storyline, a plan, you know where you're going. Do you write it in order from sort of beginning to end, or how do you do it?
Every writer is different. Matthew Condon, who I've spoken with on a number of occasions, he works chapter by chapter, and he'll slot those in. He just, whatever comes to him, he'll write it down and then move it around. I'm more, I guess, methodical. I started by writing down the idea that I had, and then I expanded on that just slightly and made a more detailed synopsis of the idea.
Yeah.
And I'm just going through from beginning to end. And last time I got some writer's block, I just started reading the novel through, and it gets to the point where the momentum of the novel picks itself up, and you keep going with it.
Yeah. Do you ever get really frustrated and you just think, oh God, what the hell am I doing? Am I ever going to get through this?
Yeah. You know, I look around at friends of mine from school who are, you know, gone into, you know, being bankers or lawyers or whatever, and they're owning their own apartments and things, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to be poor for the rest of my life.
Not
but
true.
I do know that I couldn't stand to go to the grave without having had a go at writing the novel. So
good for you.
Yeah.
And are you already thinking about your next novel? How quickly do you feel you're going to move on and get some more things written?
Well, I've already got. I'm working on 4 different ideas at the moment. One is a film script. They're all different stories, and one is actually just I'm just compacting all of my travel diaries into trying to make a succinct storyline through that.
Yeah,
and
that sounds exciting.
Yeah,
everybody likes to read about other people's travel stories, I think.
Yeah, and you know, so it's actually been interesting for me hitting some of the diaries and realising some of the things that went on way back when.
Yeah. And just quickly going to the film script one, you've got a connection with a producer, is that right?
No.
Sorry, I misunderstood what you told me earlier. You tell me.
What happened was last year I was lucky enough to be selected by the Trop Nest, which is a writers' development initiative based at Fox Studios. It was set up by the people who run the Trop Fest, which is, you know, very popular. Everyone in Sydney should know about it. And they invite you in for 6 weeks, and you basically live on site at Fox Studios and work in their offices with mentors, helping you take your idea from an idea to a much more detailed idea, working in classical film structure, which you know, there's basic points to every story that sort of need to be addressed if it's going to keep a momentum going enough for film to keep people interested.
So that must have been a great learning experience. I mean,
it's been fabulous. I mean, I've got to meet some, you know, fantastic people in the industry, from, you know, Baz Luhrmann to John Seal, the cinematographer, to other writers and you know, people at all different stages of their film life. You know,
that's a really good opportunity. And I'd just quickly finish off by thanking you very much for coming on and talking about your experiences, and at such short notice as well, and also to wish you luck with your book and when it's finally published, as I'm sure it will be. And I hope you will bring one in here and show us all, and perhaps talk about your next book that's coming out.
Thanks very much, Roz. Thanks for the opportunity here.
Yeah, it's been great to have you, and I'm sure we're going to see you here again on the floor, helping out.
Working hard.
Yeah. Thanks for joining me. Before I go, a little challenge for you people out there. As you all well know, my segment is on employment, and I'm struggling to find a good name for this segment. So please call us 9698 2968 and give me an excellent suggestion for what you think I should call my segment on employment. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining me, Tim, Maddocks. I'm Roz. Bye bye.
Well, here, what I'm doing now is going to be talking about news relevant to the South Sydney area. I'm going to be talking very loudly because the audience is making a lot of noise, and I don't have a microphone, so thus I'm going to have to talk even louder because I don't have a microphone. Somebody didn't give me a microphone, but I was probably being picked up somewhere else. Anyway, what I'm talking about here is stuff that's happening in the South Sydney area. This stuff won't interest Roz because she goes back to Manly, as does the band. They all go back to Manly. But if you're still staying here at the end of the show, keeping it real here at South Sydney, you'll be interested to know that in the South Sydney local government area, there are more than 1,000 businesses in the food, retail and service industry, with one restaurant for every 120 residents. Isn't that incredible? And I was also interested to see that 150 million litres of waste every year comes from those places. And South Sydney Council has set up an initiative whereby that waste is recycled and given to people that are in need, rather than the people that come from Manly to the restaurants in South Sydney and then travel home in their luxury Lexuses and Mercedes-Benz back to the comfort of their houses in the North Shore and Manly areas. So I think that's pretty good. Roz may not agree. She coming from Manly, as does the band, but I'm not being territorial or anything like that. Also, I was interested to see that another good initiative coming from South Sydney is that of, have you ever wondered what happens to all the floats and the little fairy wings and the teddy bears from the Mardi Gras? Well, I was interested to read that they're actually recycled by Marrickville Recycling. And I saw that somewhere here, but anyway. They've changed the speed limit in a lot of urban streets in South Sydney. Also a nice initiative, to protect the residents of the South Sydney area. Whether they've done that in Manly, who knows? Probably all the people with their expensive cars don't want to lower the limit because they're quite happy to race around. I mean, when you've got a car that can do, 200 k's in 5 seconds, who's going to want to lower the limit? That's what I ask you. But around here, you got Datsuns. People are quite happy to go at 50. They're lucky if it goes over 50 in the first place. So, what else we got? Oh, God, they shut down Waterloo Post Office. It wouldn't be heard of in Manly, but here, they just shut them down willy-nilly. Whenever they feel like it, they go, oh, what are you doing today? Oh, I don't know, shut down a post office. And they're shutting them down right, left and centre. And in Waterloo, of all the places where you've got people that are underprivileged, they're disabled, they're elderly, and what do? They shut down a post office, and where are they meant to go? Where do these people go to get their mail, to do whatever they've got to do, maybe do a banking and everything like that? Where do they pay their rent? You name it. So I was quite outraged and disgusted that they shut that down. People protested, but that doesn't make any difference because unless you got the moolah and live in Manly, nothing ever happens. But also I'd be interested to see. Apparently, they're opening a post office up in the car park of Redfern Mall. Although we can't call it Redfern Mall anymore because it's Surrey Hills Shopping Village. So the people coming from Manly don't get afraid because they don't want to go to Redfern Mall. They'd rather go to Surrey Hills Shopping Village. But that's... Yeah, anyway, so if anyone knows what's happening with the post office, they're ripping up the car park. They're out the back. We've only got one level for those people that don't know at Redfern because we don't have many cars, so we don't need massive multi-level parking storage facilities as you might have in Manly. We've just got a simple little thing. In fact, it's still dirt, really. It's not even concrete. But hey... and they're building something there. I want to know what's going on because there's already one in Crown Street, only about 5 minutes walk away. And so is that, by moving it down the street 5 minutes, does that somehow go, oh, right, you're in Waterloo, and that covers the Waterloo, Surrey Hills, and everything area? Or what's the story there? I don't know. Also, you would have noticed a lot of banks closing down around Waterloo, Surrey Hills area, Redfern. Also, I don't like that at all, but there's nothing in the documentation as of late to discuss really with that. But what else is happening here? Just everything's been closed basically. If you're on Crown Street where all the yuppies go, they're opening up things right, left and centre. But then of course, the high-rise buildings are well clear of there because you wouldn't have nice little restaurants in the basements of high-rise buildings. But however, we do here, the show, CTV1, in the basement of the McKell building, which is one of the high-rise buildings here in Waterloo because we're keeping it real. We don't need to be all sort of posh about it, People come, they're not afraid. When we tell people the address, we don't say, oh, it's Surrey Hills Shopping or Surrey Hills Television Studios. We just say Redfern. Come to Redfern. That's where the studio is. You don't like it, get lost. All right? So, what's that? Some people from Manly are calling out, trying to articulate something or other. I don't know. Just throw me some money, guys. I don't care, all right? Just give me money. We're doing a show here. We're doing it for free for all the people of the community. So you people from Manly, come over here, give me your money, and then go back. Thank you very much. All right? Okay, I think that's enough of me. I know you're saying no, keep on going, but hey, come on. Just let me know what's happening with Waterloo, whatever the hell it's going to be in the back of the shopping village at Surrey Hills. And right now it's over to Jazzy J and Bop. Oh, Bop and Bindy's not here, but we got somebody else. And I think Jay will introduce us. If these Manly people can get their hands together and give you a big clap, Jay, I would be surprised. But let's hear it for Jazzy J!
very much. Thank you very much. Welcome to Not Yet Classified. Unfortunately, Bindi couldn't join us tonight. She's off at work, as the people who earn their livings have to do. But instead, we've got my glamorous new co-host, Nicole.
New?
Yes.
Am I a takeover?
Well, we've got to see. We'll have to do a couple of
where's my
auditions,
contract? I'd like to see my
we'll see
contract,
how it all goes. But this is the trial. So
Well, good
call us
evening.
on 96982968 after the segment. Tell us how you think Nicole went. If we get enough
don't.
votes, maybe next week you'll see her again. So we'll see how it all goes. But this week we've got lots of music and club news for you again, and from a little bit of an insight into the amazing world of extras on our fabulous Australian soaps. We've both done our little tours of duty there.
Yeah,
I believe you've got some recent news from the front.
Yeah, I was a explosion victim in All Saints,
Wow.
which was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I got to be covered in blood and I had a big gaping gash across my forehead. And
Did you get to scream and go, ah?
No, I'm an extra. No, you got to keep it. You're an extra. That's all you are.
Did you find the big hierarchy on the set between the stars and...
No, I think what I loved best was professional extras. I was on Mission Impossible, this, that, and the other, man, you're an extra, like, hello.
It's not just extra, it's extra.
I had one
It's
girl
good
telling me
money,
about, her experience at NIDA and all this that she did. I said, have you ever had a feature? No, I'm only an extra. Just, why are you telling me?
She's been to NIDA and become an extra, wow. God.
Yeah, I'm a chef and I'm an extra, so I'm freelance, yeah. It's quite amusing.
So would you like to go back and do it again, was it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I also did another one for a thing called Sticky Date. It was just for a pilot. It'll never go to air. But
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Good thing. I don't think I want to be seen on it. Yeah, I was supposedly going on this blind date, and the pleasure
Sticky
machine.
Date. The pleasure machine, Gabrielle Richens.
That's her. She was the host, and she came into my bedroom as such, and I was getting ready for this blind date. And I was getting all excited about what I was gonna wear, and like my favourite piece of jewellery for my first dates, and my lucky piece of underwear. It was a lot of fun though.
Was she a big help for this?
I think she's got it covered. Yeah. But it was good. It was fun. And then it sort of all happened at once. And then a friend of mine said, did I want to be in a Tropicana Film Festival short film? So
wow, it's all happening.
That'd be
Start
cool.
The ball
That'd
rolling.
be a lot of fun. Yeah, I like doing that.
Well,
I'm going to be a maid.
So beyond the extra, you're going to be a maid.
A feature maid.
Ooh, wow.
It says nothing.
Oh, well, maybe it's nice and arty and
yeah,
couple
that's
of
what
good
I'm hoping.
shots.
Or
Yeah.
as the guy who wrote it said, could be total flop,
You never know. But
confidence.
Yeah, but start small and work big.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Well, it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot less work than chefing generally is. So
Well, yeah, and
where I
better
really
money
work for
almost
my
as
money.
well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, where I was at, yeah, because I'm only just out of my apprenticeship, so sort of haven't made a name in any way. But
I remember doing Home and Away extraing and Heartbreak High when I was like 17 maybe, still in school, and I was getting all this money. I'd never seen so much money just for hanging around the set, hanging in the diner.
The diner.
It's
Did
great.
they give you real food?
No, this is the thing. The real people get people who've got lines. They get real food. We got the dodgy 3-day-old milkshakes. They're like, don't drink it, don't drink it. You can pretend you drink. You're not even allowed to talk. They clump you up with a couple of extras here, a couple of extras there. Scenery, and you're meant to kind of sit there and you're meant to hold full conversations, but you're not allowed to talk. And we got in trouble a couple of times because you kind of think, well, surely it's not going to matter if I whisper a little bit. So no, cut, too much talking, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, the fun thing about it was the jukebox in the back has all these little jokes in it, so you can kind of hang up the back and read all the jokes and have a laugh. But if you sit down too hard, the whole set goes
Really?
Not unlike CTV1, actually.
I was actually talking to this guy who'd been doing extra work for 10 years, and he told me some stories he was quite an elderly man, and he'd played like a derelict in certain things, and one time they were filming in King's Cross, and he was a derelict, and the police actually tried to take him away, and he had to say, no, I'm on set, they wouldn't believe him, of course, because he's really, he's got a big white beard and stuff. He was really lovely, and he was also telling me he sat at the bar for the whole of a country practice, how they had sat around that bar, and Cookie would come in and have his drink and all that kind of stuff, and apparently there was on the taps, it was all fake beer, but there was one that gave real beer, and he got to know the girl that was the extra barmaid as such, and she'd give him and Cookie real beer.
Wow.
So they just sat on set drinking all day.
It always amazes me that the fans of these shows don't notice that, like, week after week, like, weeks of storyline have gone by. It's the same people wearing the same clothes in the background. They don't seem to.
Well, Saints were very particular about that. Like, really, sort of, you know, every hour you had to get a continuation shot and stuff like that.
Wow.
Really, yeah. That I never got continuated, so wasn't been very good.
Maybe next time.
Bad, extra bad.
Yeah, you've got to behave on these sets, I suppose.
I know.
The big difference I noticed between, I don't know whether this was the difference between a successful soapy and a not so successful soapy. This was going back a couple of years as well. Home and Away, the people seemed really, really nice. The actors were really friendly, and, you know, it was like kind of related to you as people. I'm not saying all of them were, but there were certainly most of them, I'd say. And a couple
I don't know. What about Bobby? Bobby wasn't very nice.
It wasn't that far away.
Look,
it wasn't that long away. Sally was great. Pippa was wonderful.
I didn't realise until at 11 o'clock in the daytimes they have the old. How little was Sally?
Oh, she
I
was
didn't
tiny.
remember her being that big.
Well,
she was
tiny. But do you remember the maturing of Sally happened in one episode? Suddenly she was flat, and then suddenly boom. It was like, whoa, watch out. The extras were like, whoa.
Were you actually on that show?
No, I missed the one puberty episode.
Damn.
Yeah. No, my favourite Sally episode was Sally's special friend Milko.
Oh,
it consisted of one camera, Sally on one chair, and then another chair, and Sally would sit there and talk to the other chair. It was great. I've never seen such quality television.
I think my favourite soapy star at the moment is Danny from Breakers. He
Which
should
one is
have
Danny?
He's all right, Terry. You know the kind of
Terry.
her brother. He should have his own show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I
called
think there's
Classic
room for
Lines
spin-offs.
of Breakers. No. This was the best one. Was Vince, the gay guy, had come in and said, you know, I'm having trouble. I don't know if I should go in the Mardi Gras. And he turned around and said, mate, I'm having enough trouble being a hetero. What is that? Who wrote that?
He wrote a lot of it. I don't know. The thing I've noticed about Home and Away the early years was that, sure, like, the fashion, the hairstyle and everything has changed, but not a lot else has. Like, the scripts are equally as bad. The actors are just as bad. I don't know.
Alf's the same.
Well, Alf's the same, but, you know, nothing else has changed. Oh, and they've got another character, Colleen, who was the one who was really annoying. Like, who was it on Neighbours? Mrs. Madge? Was it? No, Mrs. Mangle, that's right, okay. Mrs. Mangle, the one who would, I don't know, play all the little plots. I can't remember what the plots were about, but generally about someone's letterbox or something like that. And yeah, Colleen's back on Home and Away now, so you get extra linkage back to the early years. You can catch the early years at 11 o'clock and then catch the real thing at 7 o'clock.
And have a life sometime later.
Well, who needs a life when you've got Home and Away?
True.
That's what I think anyway. Manly people must agree, seeing it's shot on these beautiful beaches.
Is this show sponsored by Manly people? Is this what the...
CTV1 linkage.
Right.
Yeah, well, you know, we're desperate for cash here, so
Right.
$2 goes a long way here, so...
Post office.
Post office. Okay, well that's about enough for the soapies, I think. You can tune in pretty much any time of the day, any time of the
Learn
week,
about
and
yourself.
but we've got some CDs. These are as usual from Central Station Records. We thank them very much for their support. This is Paul Oakenfold, 007. Not any reference to James Bond, it's the Global Underground series. This is probably my favourite of the series. This has become really, really popular, and I think it's based mainly on the quality of these ones. The first disc, this is just amazing. Like it's kind of, it's hard to imagine, I think, for some people that kind of electronic music could touch you this much. Like, it's got so much emotion in these kind of, I don't know, quite simple beats. So that's a beautiful one, a goodie but an oldie. And then another one we've got is Kate Munro, Down Underground. I think they're trying a rip-off of the Global Underground one. This is number 3 of the Down Underground series. Nick Fish was one of the earlier ones. I'm not sure who the other one was. This is a DJ who's actually been on CTV1, so we give her all our support. She was excellent. She's plays at Sublime on a Saturday night at Cargo. And this CD was heaps better than I expected. There was quite a few of the kind of classic tracks, I suppose, that you're hearing around a bit at the moment, but there was a nice progression from kind of funky stuff at the start, getting a little bit harder, but always a really nice groove to it and kind of general happy vibe. Yeah, the kind of CD that you'd want to listen to and you know, play before going out or whenever to kind of little pick me up. This is kind of opposite end of the spectrum in a way. This is Young Jace, Galaxy to Galaxy. This is only out in Central Station, so rush down to get this one. It was recorded at Tweakin a couple of weeks ago, I believe. It's got no track listing, it's just 72 minutes of straight out music, and it goes through some amazing progressions. It's the kind of thing that you wouldn't really want to have as background music. You'd have to sit down and listen to it and kind of appreciate the different layers, the different sounds that it goes through. It's a real kind of requires listener involvement, so good to see some more of that rather than just the same old Ibiza tunes being cranked out. Best of the brand new heavies. This is kind of a funny one. I didn't actually I'd heard of this group before. You would have heard of definitely at least half of the songs on this CD are really familiar. It even includes Winter, Spring, Summer or Fall, which is a well, interesting anyway. A manly song apparently, so all you manly lovers, you can play this in the car on the way through, driving past the, what is it, the promenade, the beach walk, whatever it is. The Corso, that's right. Great one for that, brand new heavies. I'm sure you get quite a lot of interesting looks. It's kind of, I don't know, nice mixture of soul and funk. We don't get a lot of this coming through, so I mean, it certainly feels its little niche. Cafe Del Mar, this is a new one out from them. Not part of the series, but a double CD, which is a nice change. And it's chilled out house, and this is another one that beautiful if you're running a cafe and you kind of want nice happy tunes that, you know, not really a lot happens necessarily, but it's all smooth, it flows, and it's got a nice vibe. And then this is an old track actually. It's been out for a couple of years. And it's been brought back. I remember hearing it at Plastic at the Palladium Friday nights a couple of weeks ago, and it got the most amazing vocals in it about, I don't have to go into it now, I suppose, but about kind of an environmental theme, I suppose, about Earth radiating her beauty into space, and trances out nicely, and yeah, just a really nice beat. So that's our CDs for this week. From all of them can be gotten from Central Station or any other good record store near you. And we've got a new club opening this weekend as well, which has been kind of low on the publicity front. It's called Gas. It's in the old energy power station in at Central there, and it's in the basement of that. Apparently it's beautiful. I read a couple of reports that it's being, you know, kind of decked out with the full kind of home nightclub treatment, lots of money, but it's being run by a group of local DJs who've been in the promoting scene for quite a while, and they're making a big noise about bringing a new sound into Sydney, rah, 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 I suppose, the kind of noise that you'd make if you're opening a club. But so that's an interesting new one to check out as well. I'm not sure, it's a good one for Lewis as well. It's Get Real is the slogan, so I don't know how real they're getting, but yeah. And then we've got another update on the New Year's Eve Millennium thing. There's Decadence is holding a party with DJs Norman J from the UK and Loved Up. Don't know much about them, I'm sorry, but they've played it at some quite amazing clubs like Cream and Ministry of Sound, Gatecrasher. So I'm assuming it's the kind of more commercial House of Decadence style. But I mean, they have put on a lot of good parties as well, and I suppose that's really ultimately what you're going to be going for. Quite a few local DJs, Martin Allen, Dave Kirkpatrick, of course. And they have not yet announced the venue, which do you think is a dodgy ploy to get people coming back for more? I don't like that. Well,
I'm sorry.
I think it's good. I know I'll be picking up a copy of 3D World next week to find out exactly where that venue is. Well, maybe. It's for all the suckers out there.
Yeah. It's like, you're not going to tell me, I'm not going to go.
Well, there's still a lot of time. Oh, no, there's not actually. A couple of months. So anyway, that's our latest update on New Year's Eve 2000, latest CDs of the week, and I'll be back next week. I don't know if Nicole will be back. If you want to see her back, call us on 9698 2968, and have an excellent week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.
Keeping it real, that's what I'm doing here. CTV1, the phone number is 9698 2968. Get down here, get involved, have your say. If you're from Manly, I don't care, bring it on in. CTV1 here at Redfern. There's no two ways about it. I can't polish it up and make it sound any nicer than it is. Give us your money. Give us your talent, give us whatever you want, come down here, get involved, put it out there for the community and all those people on the North Shore who can also pick up the transmission, unfortunately, but we hope to change that in the near future. Right now we've got something else coming up which I'm not quite sure about, but I guarantee you this, I will be back in just a minute, so stay tuned. We also have none other than the man himself, Erin J. Free, Esquire, with the Film Forum, which we all love. But that'll be coming up soon. It's not coming up now. Just relax. I'm not saying that it was. By the way, your zipper's undone. Natalie, gig guide. What? Oh, I don't know what's going on here. People are yelling things from all ends. Get off. What? Manly people are starting to riot. I don't know what's going on. Security. Can we get security in here? Manly's going off. Anyway, here we have another interview with somebody, and you'll find out in uno momento when I cross. And when everybody gives them applause, I'll stop talking.
Thank you, Lewis. Our little interview, just do a quick, small interview with Kevin Sherry, also known as Big Daddy K, who is a radio announcer at 2RRR radio station.
Resident of Manly.
Yes, and we would just like to mention, Roz is looking for a flatmate.
Well, yeah, well, Roz
Kev's looking for a flatmate.
I've got the mate.
And he lives at Queenscliff, so you know,
close enough to Manly.
near Manly. So is that good enough?
It's not a palace or anything, and the couch's only a little bit more comfortable than this one. But I mean, I've been advertising and had very little response actually. You'd think around that area you'd get like a lot of people that were interested, but you know, maybe it's just where I'm advertising or whatever. But yeah, I mean, if you want to have a look, yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Maybe the two of you can talk later about that. So the reason we've got Kev on for a quick chat is to talk about a 2RRR benefit, 2RRR Rumble. This will be the third one for the year, and Kev's organised the previous two, and I just thought that I'd take this opportunity to get him on here and have a quick chat to give it a bit of advertising, bit of publicity. We'll do a bit of cross promotion, and we'll certainly cross promote CTV1 on 2RRR. So tell us a bit about the gig coming up, Kev.
Yeah, well, I've been doing my radio program on 2RRR for about 12 years, interviewing most of the bands that play around the venues around the inner city, and so of course I know quite a lot of the bands, and I thought I'd give an opportunity to give them an extra gig as well as publicise the radio station and my program, of course. And we've since we've called the shows we call them the Rumble or 2RRR Rumbles, which we've already had two so far this year. The first one was in March, which was very successful, and then we had one in April as well. August it was actually, and the Voodoo Monkeys, who were on the program earlier, have been guests on both of them, as they'll be on the next one as well. We've got,
I think they're one of the few bands that will have played all three, so they're regulars. They love that. They love the Rumble, don't they, Kev? So let's give the people the details. It's the 27th of November, yeah, at the Green Square Hotel.
Yeah, well, that's corner of Elizabeth and Burke Street in Zetland. And there's 10 local bands playing, and hopefully I can remember them all. Starts off with the High Society, then Killer Clowns, we've got Bunt, then we've got the
Intercontinental
Playboys, well, they're playing as well. We've got Voodoo Monkeys,
Thurston Howlers.
Well, Thurston Howlers are headlining it actually, and Howling Moondoggies, who will be on this program soon, won't they?
I hope, yes. I'm trying to get them on here.
And also, how many of us have so far?
Doesn't matter. That's a lot, and it's $5 before six.
$5 before 6 and
$8 after 6, and it goes from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until midnight. So it's a big day. The first one that was on in March, I actually spent the whole 10 hours there. So as did you, Kevin, that was a very big day.
By midday, so it's a very big day for me, of course. But
so I hope everyone will come along to the. You do it, Kev.
Yeah,
the Rumble.
Yeah, the Rumble
Kev
on
does it better than me.
On the 27th of November at Green Square Hotel, corner of Burke and Elizabeth Street in Zetland. Also, every Saturday night between 7 and 8, the Sydney Sounds program on 2RRR, which is 88.5, second station on your left on the FM dial.
Can't get any more precise than that.
Every Saturday night, I bring in local guests. Tomorrow night, we've got the Navajo Dads, and who are doing a Halloween gig on the 30th of October at the Bat and Ball Hotel in Cleveland Street, and it's the corner of Cleveland, South Dowling in Surrey Hills. That's on October the 30th. I hope you all get this in your week at a glance and homework reminders. But anyway, it's on. That's also presented by 2RRR, featuring the Rails, ex-Radio Birdmen members in it. Well, anyway, Saturday night between 7 and 8. Next Saturday night, I said Navajo Dads are my guests. So
And
tune in.
The 27th of November, the 2RRR Rumble at the Green Square Hotel. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you all there. And I'm not sure who we're going to be throwing to now. Lewis, is it? Or okay, well, thanks, Kev, and over to Lewis.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Manly. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so you're sitting at home and you're thinking, gee, life sucks. You know, all I do is work and then drink alcohol and chunder, and you know, it's not pretty. And you're bored, and you want to do something, and you want to get involved. You want to live life. You can't afford to go away though. That's the problem. And all these people with the Olympics, they're like the international Manly people. They're going to come from overseas to Sydney and then fly back home again. So what I would suggest to you, if the audience would just let me say something and without interrupting, yeah, see you later, guys. Enjoy your trip back to Manly. Thanks for coming, man. Yeah. Come on down to CTV1, have the guts, step in the front door of Redfern, get involved. We're not going to pay you a cent. The equipment's pretty antiquated. The set needs a lot of work. I mean, if you can't look around and think, hey, this place is yelling out for me, then there is something wrong with you. Very wrong with you. So get down here, give us a call, 9698-2968. Don't be like the Voodoo Monkeys. Get down here, give us a call, get involved. That's what I'm saying to you. Pull that little thing from slash in your wrist, stop doing that, pick up the phone, give us a call, 9698-2968. It's that easy. Get involved and give us your money. Hey, it's better than a church. Think about it. Right now, we've got Erin, Film Forum.
Yes. Thank you for that very solemn introduction, Lewis. It's always a pleasure to come after you. I've done it for many years, and I still love it. Welcome again. I do, Lewis. Welcome again to Film Forum. Another huge, incredible show tonight. I've seen 2 films this week, and I'm going to give you the rundown. Yeah, thanks, Lewis. I'm going to give you the rundown on those. The first film I saw was one called Lewis. Was one called Random Hearts, which is the new film from Sidney Pollack. Sidney Pollack's a great director and a great guy. I haven't met him, but I know he's a great guy because he made films like Tootsie and Out of Africa and Absence of Malice. Just heaps and heaps of great movies. Plus, he also starred in Woody Allen's film Husbands and Wives, and he was superb in that movie. And I love Sidney Pollack. He's a great, big name, stylish, kind of Oscar-toting American director that you can always rely on just to deliver high-quality product. And his latest film is no exception. It stars Harrison Ford and Kristen Scott Thomas. Admittedly, not one of my favourite actresses. I think she's a bit of a stiff. She's a bit of a, I don't know, there's something about me and Kristen Scott Thomas. It just doesn't work between us. But I think she's not a bad actress, but she doesn't do much for me. But this is a very good, very stylish, very high quality film. It is about 2 people, played of course by Harrison Ford, who is an internal affairs cop, and Kristen Scott Thomas, who is a Republican politician, unfortunately. And the story revolves around their respective spouses who both die on an aeroplane crash. Now Harrison Ford he's grieving, he's all torn up inside, but he still wants to know what's been going on. And he finds out that their respective spouses were actually having an affair, which draws these 2 very different people together, and they start a kind of very difficult romance. It sounds a little bit soapy and a little bit melodramatic, but everyone involved with this film was way too intelligent to let that sort of thing happen. I think in lesser hands, this could have been a really, really dreadful movie that really played up all its kind of less interesting elements. But Sidney Pollack, of course, doesn't let that happen. He never lets this turn into a big screen soap opera. He concentrates on character, the way people interact. You know, the film comes from a very dark place. It's about grieving and pain and loss and suffering and all the good stuff that, you know, is in the best movies. And he plays to that side of the film. He doesn't let it become depressing or a downer, but he grounds the film in reality and bases it in the kind of interesting nature of the two characters. So this film is a real winner for me. I really enjoyed Random Hearts. It is also a bit of a pleasure to see a film that is, you know, unashamedly aimed at adults. I think there's a lot of films that kind of play to the lowest common denominator of a cinema audience, but this one, you know, isn't afraid to be intelligent and mature, which is sometimes unfortunate for me. But I like this film. Don't worry, I liked American Pie as well, but this was just a nice change to see something very serious and well made. And out of $12.50, I would give Random Hearts $10.50. It's very good, high quality stuff. Another film I had the pleasure of seeing this week was a very small release film that I didn't know much about at all. I went to see it on the recommendation of friends and family, and I must say I have not been this pleasantly surprised for years. The movie's called October Sky. It's been playing for about 2 weeks, I think, and this is a terrific story based on fact. It's about a group of young boys that live in a coal mining town in America, in the South, I think, a struggling mining town where everything is about the mine, and the young kids just go through school. The boys go straight into the mine, and the girls marry them basically, and they're not given much choice or much hope for any kind of future apart from that. And this is about one young boy who lives in the town who doesn't want to go into the mines. He wants to become a scientist, and more specifically work for NASA, whatever, building rockets and becoming involved in the space program. Of course, this is, you know, at every turn he's met by hostility from his father, from other students at the school, but there are a few people who help him out, and he manages, with the help of some friends, to realise his dream. He actually builds rockets and flies them in this town, wins a scholarship, and it's all fantastic. I haven't enjoyed a film this much for ages. It's just terrific stuff. It's about a lot of things, about, you know, being able to hope, about father and son relationships, about dreaming, all that sort of stuff. Sounds very corny and American, but it's not. In October Sky, this is absolutely superb stuff. And out of $12.50, excuse me, I would give this film, excuse me very much, sorry, it's very unprofessional. I'm sick. Lewis, I caught it off you. We were kissing the other night. Out of $12.50, I'd give October Sky $12.50 because I love it that much. It's fantastic. It's a flawless film, and one that I think everyone should see. It really is just superb stuff. That's all I have time for tonight. I'll be back in, I'm not sure, but I'll be back eventually. I won't be back next week, or the week after. but I'll be back, and by that time I will have seen about 10 movies, so I can review them all, and we can have a marathon film forum that goes for 2 hours. So no one else will have to come in that night. You can all have a holiday. But I'll be back. I'm crossing now to my close personal friend, Lewis Luigi Williams. I'll see you all sometime in the future. Lewis.
What? He forgot to mention you, Ross.
I know, I was a bit upset about that.
I would be upset if I were you because, you know, it's
and
very
especially
unpro.
because, do you know what? I was going to say something nice about you.
What were you going to say?
Jay, I couldn't see.
Please, no talking from the audience. What were you going to say, Ross?
I was actually going to say that I really look forward to Film Forum because I really look forward to finding out what films to watch the next week. And I actually went to see American Pie on your recommendation. And I much enjoyed it, yeah.
But now that he's just dissed you by not even mentioning
I'm not
name.
going to see... I can't even remember the name of the second one you were talking
good
about.
on you, Roz. You tell him. Don't let him get away with that. That's telling him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
All
Anyway.
Right. It's on after the show, though, eh? I know. But yeah, the
Manly boys are waiting outside for you.
Is that
you
right?
think they've gone home.
Oh yeah. Damn, those Manly boys. What's a little old Waterlooian person like myself gonna do on the mean streets of Waterloo with those Manly boys out the front? I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Give me a call. Come down here to my aid, please. 96982968. I'm trembling with fear.
Yeah, I'm not. I've
You're
had
not?
a great time.
Because you're
tonight.
living in Manly, Ross. That's why.
I'm trying to move off the Manly subject.
No, what? You brought it up. You brought it, not me.
That was my mistake. We've covered the Manly
So
subject.
you're going to catch a
tonight.
nice ferry home to Manly, and while the rest of us have to put up with the inner city streets and
No,
slums
I'm not actually. I'm
and
going to
ghetto.
go and drink in the yuppie pubs in Surrey Hills.
Oh, are you? Oh, isn't that lovely? And then you can swan on home over the harbour.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely.
Anyway, moving swiftly on, I think it's been a great show tonight.
Do you?
I'm sure you'll all agree.
Woo! Yeah, look at that delayed response. Yeah. Did Lewis say something funny again? No, missed it.
No, Lewis definitely didn't say anything funny.
Thanks.
Lewis, what
Thanks.
have we got to look forward to next week?
Oh, look, I don't know. That's a week away.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm
You
sure
didn't
we've
expect
got
that
something
response, did you?
exciting coming up. I know we've
I'm
got a
sure
great
we have.
band on. We've got some Belgium guys coming in.
Okay.
So that's something to look forward to.
Mhm.
I think they can speak some English.
Good.
And
Always
apart
a
from
plus.
that, I'm sure we'll have some fantastic comedy as normal.
Oh,
And,
well, with Silvana at the reins, you're sure to be right in the comedy front.
Yeah.
No worries there.
Yeah, that's a sure thing. And we're aching because we're
Why are
not
you
going to have
aching?
Film Forum.
Oh, yes.
But I'm looking forward to my holiday the following week when Film Forum is taking over the whole
Absolutely,
show.
it's going to be good. I'll be able to enjoy Christmas while Erin's in here doing his 10 reviews. That's
All on
great.
his own.
Yeah, and I'll be coming down, getting into my stocking and getting my little bite-sized Mars bars. And
Is that what you get in your stocking?
it is.
Do you
What
get,
do you get?
tangerine as well? A little clementine or something?
No.
I do.
Do you?
It's always my special request.
What else do you get?
A coconut. I had a coconut once too. Yeah. There you go.
How big are the stockings in Manly? Are they like...
The stockings in Manly
Mine's like that
are
big. I can only fit one little mini Mars bar. That's why I said mini, because it's that small.
I'm a very privileged person. I live in Manly, and my stocking is, in fact, a pillowcase.
Is it?
Yeah. And next year, I hope it's going to be a Duna cover. Anyway, I think we've
Mine's
done
an
enough
old
of this.
sock with a little hole in it.
Everybody's saying, oh, turn it off, turn it off.
Okay, that's the end of the show. So everyone, WCYR, that's on Channel 31.
Thanks
you know
for
it, it's true.
joining us.
Ross, Lewis, bye. We're out of here. Thank you very much.
Woo!